Hello everyone, my name is Abhinav Jha. We are live from the IIHM Delhi studios. Today we are here to take the interview of celebrity chef Harpal Singh Sokhi. So,
Yep.
firstly, I'd like to ask you about your experience of coming to IIHM with US Cranberry.
So I think it's always interesting to be in an IIHM or any hospitality institute to meet students first of all. Okay, to understand what are the new students' expectation from the hospitality industry. What do they want to achieve in the hospitality industry? Because I think from my time to the recent times, there's a lot of shift. I also see that some are very dedicated, some do not know what to do. Okay, and in spite of many probably guides that you all are getting, the students are getting from the industry, but still I believe that there are a lot of answers which students have, and they want to understand their career path or growth, and there's a lot of things happening around the hospitality industry. So it's very important that such visits help me also understand what the students want to do. If at all I want to hire them, what would be their thought process when they are in the kitchen floor or in my restaurant floor or in the hospitality hotels floor. So that's very, very important to understand people, that what kind of psyche are they carrying. Is the psyche that I want to become the general manager on day one? Is the psyche that no, I don't want to work in a condition in the kitchen which is probably hot or something like that? I don't want to go through that grind. So I get to know the psyche of students and their new age thought process. At the same time, I also believe that uh, uh, what is that new they are bringing to the table. Like for example, I'm sitting here and I understand that you guys at IIHM have created a great studio, which means one thing is for sure, that you all are in line with the new age digital marketing growth. So that is something which is very interesting for me to see. So there are good things that I see, and I also want to understand the psyche of students and how they are looking at approaching hospitality industry in the current scenario.
Okay. So, the second question that I would like
Ji.
to ask you is like, what is the message that you would like to give IIHM students?
So I want to tell this in the most crude language to all the students कि गधा मजूरी करने के लिए तैयार हो जाओ. मतलब ये मत सोचो कि आप अगर मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनी भी बनते हो किसी इंस्टीट्यूट में या किसी होटल में फॉर दैट मैटर, तो आप समझो मत कि आपको सीधा मैनेजर बन जाना है या सीधा सू शेफ बन जाना है. तो गेट प्रिपेयर्ड to get into a grind. Only then will you shine. It's like the diamond. Okay, it does not, it's first a little black charcoal thing, so when it gets polished it shines. So get prepared to undergo a grind. And I want to share this through this medium, that most IHM students think that other industries is a bed of roses. No, it is not. My very own nephew and niece are from IT, and they are working in TCS. And when I call, hello Chacha ji, I am on a call, which is at 10:30 in the night. Okay. And she has no time duration that she is in control of. She is in control of somebody else's time. That I am calling you, hello, wake up, and you need to give me time now. So I want to pass this message to people of IHMs, that do not think that the other streams or the other faculties or the other streams of learning are rosy. Okay, you guys have to go to the grind, go through the grind to become entrepreneurs, to become great hoteliers, and this is the only line which can make you an entrepreneur overnight. Okay, otherwise you don't become an entrepreneur. Even if you become an IT professional, you don't become an entrepreneur after spending 10 years in your life in the IT industry or any other industry. So an entrepreneur is here. तुमको चाय की दुकान लगानी है, तुम कल लगा सकते हो. तुम आईएचएम से पास करने के बाद लगा सकते हो. तुम्हारे में हिम्मत है सड़क पे खड़े होके चाय बेचने की, तुम बेच सकते हो, लेकिन वो तुम्हारे अंदर हिम्मत होनी चाहिए. and that is what is important, and that's what message I want to pass to all the IHM guys who are studying hotel management. Be prepared for the grind, and remember, passion, perseverance, patience, hard work, focus, these are the key mantras. You don't have this, leave the line and go to something else. Go do something else.
Thank you, Chef. Now, the third question that I would like to ask you is, could you please tell us a little bit about your life and your growth in the industry itself?
It's actually a very long story, honestly, if I have to tell. So I will kind of share this with you guys. Is that I started off as a trainee cook, okay, dejected, uh, kind of person, thrown out of all the campus interviews. But I did not give up. I said, okay, let's start my career as a trainee cook in Obrois. Okay, I started working in the cafeteria. Okay, and like many of you guys who would have come from great families, my father one day came and saw me washing big utensils, and he was very depressed to see that what his son is doing. So I told him that, don't you go to the office and clean up your desk? You clean up your desk, I clean up my vessels in which I cook. So what's the big deal in it? I mean, why get depressed about it? So that's where I started my career, and uh, went on to you know creating my path as a chef through various channels. I would say that each step that I took was a step of failure, which made me realize that, okay, what is the next success that I derived from this failure? So every time I failed, I succeeded. Every time I failed, I succeeded in the next level. So that's what I did. From trainee cook to management training in the kitchen to becoming a chef in a five-star hotel at a very young age of 27, and then continuing as a chef. Then I realized that, okay, what's beyond cooking is what I started learning, and kept learning. And till date, I keep learning things through various mediums. Whether it is entrepreneurship, whether it is management, whether it is day-to-day cooking. Something which does not get off me is learning about food on day-to-day life. My recent learnings have been about tribal food, about fermentation, and the recent book that I did was on food and management of cooking. So I'm like looking at how I do another book on management, so that everybody gets excited. I must also tell students that when you are into an IHM, please do not ignore subjects like law, CA, okay, accounts, accounting, management. Do not ignore these subjects, because when you become an entrepreneur, you would need them very, very much. Okay, every day you would be probably, like, every day or once in a week I sign a new agreement. Then I have to go to my lawyer, learn about nuances about the document that I'm signing, is it right or not. So that's the way it has been. So from a trainee cook to a management trainee to a chef, to a television personality, to a book author, and to an entrepreneur. That's been my journey, and it still continues to be my journey as a chef. And the best thing that I still like is, as I enter the kitchen at 9 o'clock in the morning in my restaurant, whenever I go to open my restaurant, I still leave the kitchen only at 12 in the midnight, from 9 a.m. to 12 in the midnight. That's how I love to work.
Okay. Thank you, Chef, for your precious
Thank
time.
you.
That's all from our side. Stay tuned, folks.